Wolverines! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average rifleman patrolling technique random advice video enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, we're out here on a hike. We're about a mile in, and I figured let's make the most of it. We're out here in the Smoky Mountains. I'm just going to talk to you guys as we walk about some patrolling techniques, okay? Now, a lot of guys get so caught up in gear and what gun they're going to run, what camouflage they're going to wear, what pack they're going to use, all the stuff that you think would go into patrolling. They get so caught up in that, they don't even think about actual basic level infantry tasks. So that is what we're going to talk about here today. Before I get too far into it, the sponsor is the Patreon, okay? So if you want to continue seeing content like me walking around in the woods like a weirdo, well, consider becoming a member of the Patreon. It's only $5 a month, and it gives you access to what? Sign up?
Oh, gets you access to the Discord server.
Correct. Gets you access to the Discord server where you can find buddies to train with, game with, stay up late, and talk about why I'm carrying a Glock 19 in a fanny pack. Okay, so guys, first thing to think about as an infantryman or as a Minuteman as you're patrolling, okay? As you're walking, you want to think about your neck covered and concealed position at all times. So if I take contact right now, where am I going? Well, unfortunately, I'm going down here, okay? Because you can't really see where we are, but we're on the side of a mountain right now, side of a hill. I wouldn't call it a mountain. I call it a hill.
We're literally in the Great Smoky Mountains.
Okay, we're on the side of a mountain. So if I get contact, I need to know what is going to stop bullets and what isn't. Now, things to think about. Trees are not cover. Look at this. Would you stand on the other side of that and a Glock 19 even? 9mm? No. Okay? So trees are not cover, generally speaking. Unless you have a very, very large, girthy tree, then a tree is not cover. It is concealment. What is the difference between cover and concealment? Cover will stop bullets and shrapnel.
Concealment is hiding.
Correct.
Out of line of sight.
Correct. However, concealment, generally speaking, attracts bullets. So like, think of a car. If I'm in a gunfight with you and you're behind a car, I'm just going to shoot the car. And you're going to get shot, because cars are not bulletproof. They are concealment, right?
Yep.
So this tree could probably stop some small arms fire. But if you're getting engaged by a PKM machine gun, a medium machine gun, then this tree will not stop bullets, the bullets, right? That tree might be able to stop a 5.56, maybe, if you're lucky, okay? So, as I'm patrolling, okay, if I take contact, you know, from that direction, where do I need to go? Well, I need to get in some low terrain and get behind some cover or concealment, right? On contact, the first thing you're gonna do after you return fire, it's raining, after you return fire, gain fire superiority, and get behind cover and get online, you're going to drop your pack, okay? You're going to drop whatever rucksack or pack you're carrying if it is going to weigh you down for the gunfight. So if you're carrying an 80-pound ruck, 60-pound ruck is more likely. The first thing you're going to do, you take contact from the right, I'm going to return fire, get behind cover and concealment, call out distance, direction, and description. And I'm going to drop my ruck because I don't want to be able to have to maneuver with my rucksack on the enemy.
Do you want your rain?
Huh?
Do you want your rain jacket?
No. All right, let's talk about wet weather gear.
It just started pouring. I know you guys can't tell. Maybe you can hear it, but
so,
it's...
typically, in the infantry, you're only going to wear wet weather gear if you're going to be stationary because you will become a heat casualty. Even in 40-degree weather, in the rain, when you're moving, that thing is going to heat you up too quick. So if you have a wet weather jacket, that thing is typically only going to be used when you're at a bivouac site or some sort of patrol base, etc. Okay, next thing to discuss. Let's talk about camouflage. Now obviously, is you show them my black multicam pants. Just because these cries look cool, look badass, right? Well, guess what? I stick out like a sore thumb. Anyone on the other side of this valley, okay, or this draw, this would be a draw. See how it's coming up? It's from down here and coming up. This is a draw. So if I wanted to kill somebody on top of that hill, I would maneuver through this draw. However, if I get caught in the draw, they're gonna kill me because I don't have elevation, so they can easily kill me, right? But use draws to sneak up on people. But camouflage. You are only as tall as the tallest thing you touch. What does that mean? Right on, what do you think that means? You're only as tall as the tallest thing you touch.
Yeah, because you can't fly, so that's the only height you can
Okay,
get.
so if I'm walking through the woods, see down here?
Yeah.
So if I'm walking through the woods and you see this, you want to show them that. If you're brushing into trees and vegetation and it's shaking, guess what that's doing?
Drawing attention.
Yeah, that's silhouetting your position. You're skylining yourself. So if I'm moving with a squad to kill you and I'm bumping into every tree and every bush, you're skylighting, you're silhouetting yourself. You're like pulling a freaking VS-17 panel, an orange panel, and saying, kill me, kill me. So as you're patrolling, you need to keep in mind, heel to toe, keep your feet under you. You're not stretching out like this when you're rushing. You're not trying to win a marathon, because what's going to happen is, one, you're going to make too much noise, and two, if I stretch out like this and I come across uneven terrain and my ankle starts to roll, I'm going to break my ankle or roll it, right? Sprain it. So keep your feet under you while you're patrolling, heel to toe, and put the stuff in your pack that is heaviest on top. All right, let's talk about IV lines. So in the movies, like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, he comes over the hill, right? And they're all standing on top of the hill. That is called the IV line, or silhouetting yourself. So it's really easy to see an enemy force if they're moving on top of a mountain or on top of a hill. But Trent, why would they move on top of a hill? Well, think about it. Is it easier to walk on a ridge or climb the side of a mountain? Easier to just walk on top of it, right? Because it's going to be perceived as generally flat. So if you look right here, this is the top of the mountain, right here. So if I walk up there where my silhouette is above the IV line, the enemy is going to be able to easily detect me because the human eye is attracted to motion. So I want to move at a lower position so I don't die. Okay. Other things on camouflage. You want to update your vegetation every 2 hours. So if I take all this vegetation and I put it to break up my silhouette, so basically to break up my shoulders, because my head sticks out from my shoulders, this is like, if it ain't raining,
It's raining.
if it ain't raining, we ain't training. So if I'm gonna use vegetation, which I should, it needs to break up my silhouette, my shoulders, and don't overdo it. Less is more, right? It's like jewelry. Less is more. So break up your shoulders and camouflage your rifle and make sure whatever camouflage pattern you're wearing is applicable to the area. So sometimes that's not just going to be multicam. You might have to wear a different pattern based on the area you're in. All right, let's talk about moving with other teammates. First of all, if you've gotten this far, you probably should be a member of the Patreon channel, and you probably should hit the like button, because we're out here filming in the rain for you. Anyway, so moving as a member of a team. What's more important? Winning a gunfight? Well, what's the most important part of a gunfight? One, avoid it. Two, if you can't avoid it, put yourself in a position to win it, but more importantly, survive. Okay? Killing the enemy is a byproduct. It's a secondary objective. You know what's that video game? It's like mission, current mission, survive, or a current mission objective,
Yeah.
survive. That's like everything in combat, in a battle drill. So if I take contact from an enemy 100 meters away on that IV line, on that spur, so draws come in, spurs go out. Draw is low ground, spurs go out, right? If I take contact from that spur, I'm gonna break contact. We're gonna return fire and break contact because the goal is not to win the gunfight. The goal is to survive, right? Let's talk about, okay, moving as a member of a team. Let's talk about some basic hand and arm signals. Halt is fingers and thumb, extended and joined, non-firing hand. I'm never gonna take my firing hand off the rifle. So this would be halt. Halt simply means 3 to 5 meters in your area, get behind cover. After 30 seconds, get in the prone. So you go to a knee, behind cover. When you see the hand and arm signal halt, you go to a knee, behind cover. After 30 seconds, you get in the prone, okay? Next hand and arm signal, freeze. This is what freeze means. Okay? Freeze means you're about to take contact. You see something, but it's too late, so you need to see if you can identify whatever the threat is first. So freeze, like a fist. Okay. Next hand and arm signal. Cupping the ear. Seal.
Oh, I know that one.
What is it?
It's when you stop, listen, you look, you're smelling, so you're looking to see if you see anything, you're listening to hear if you hear any tree branches or movement, and you're smelling to see if you smell any odor like cigarette smoke, food, campfire, things like that.
Correct. So stop, look, listen, smell. The hand and arm signal that must take place prior to seal, stop, look, listen, smell, is halt. Because everyone in your patrol must be stationary to conduct seals. So seals, stop, look, listen, smell. Seals complete. Cutting through the ear. That means you begin continuing to do whatever you had to do during the halt. Everywhere we go, when we call a halt, we will always do seals. Halt. Seal's complete. See what I'm saying? That's a good way to know if you're being followed, tracked, or if you're about to take contact. What is contact? Contact is not just the enemy shooting at you. Contact is also visual contact or signs of the enemy. Okay? So keep that in mind. Next, hand and arm signal. You need to know. Rally, point. I'll say again. Rally, point. What do you think rally point is, Nighthawk?
It's where you're gonna go and meet up with everybody.
Yes. If we take contact up here, and my rally point is right here,
That means get there.
that means fight back to here. Okay? Every 300 meters, you must have a rally point. Next. Go and hit the comment button and comment what you want to see next. Next is rub the belly by force. ORP, objective rally point. That means we're about to get in a combat football. Half on one side, half on the other. ORP by force, okay? ORP by force, objective rally point. Combat football is used to prepare ammunition, hand grenades, radios, whatever you need to kill the enemy 300 meters away. Objective rally point. As I was. Yes, objective rally point. Okay. Next. File. File. There's two ways to call a hand and arm signal. I can say file, and everyone immediately gets into a file. One ducks in a row, one behind the other. Or I say file here. File here. That means if they're in a wedge, they're going to condense in at this spot, not where they are right now. Does that make sense? So they're not just going to get into a file. If I say file here, don't be getting in a file back there. Okay? Next. Note. File is the least preferred maneuver technique. Why? Why do you think, Nighthawk?
I feel like that's because if you're less spread out and you're all together in a line, you are just literally a line of target.
So spacing is always going to be at least 7 meters or more. So spacing is always going to be spread out. Unless it's at night, then you condense in a little bit. But you would be there, and I would be here, at least.
So then the opposite of that would be that everybody's really far apart. Like the last guy in the line is way away from...
Oh, yeah, it stretches your formation longer. And what can a machine gunner do? Or a rifleman? Yes, kill everyone in one row. If you were right there, you could kill everybody, right? The least preferred movement technique. The second least preferred movement technique. Staggered column. It's just like 2 files. One, then the other. One,
It's like the same thing.
The same thing, but 2 files, right? Yeah. Except you're keeping a gap. See what I'm saying? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Second least preferred. Rangers. All my Rangers out there, you probably refer to this as a modified wedge. You're wrong. You're not wrong, I'm just kidding. But you guys call it a modified wedge. We call it a staggered column. Next. Boom. Wedge. Wedge is a V. I have plenty of videos on it. Wedge. Wedge is the most preferred movement technique. It gives you 360-degree security and rear security. Wedge, the most preferred movement technique. Okay, last but not least, silent, violent, silent. So as you're patrolling, you need to avoid making noise. Do not talk, do not smoke, do not laugh, do not joke. You're walking, you're scanning, you're looking at the next paratrooper behind you, and you're moving. Move 5 meters. My next covered and concealed position. Where's my Joey's at? Moving. I'm moving. My next covered and concealed position. Where's my Joey's at? That's it. That's all you're doing. If I do this, pace count. Pace count. How far have we gone? Everyone in this channel needs to know what a pace count is. If you want a video, let me know. Pace count. Okay? What do you think this says?
Time.
Yes, time check. Time check. What do you think this says?
Where? Location?
Map check. Halt. Seals. Seals complete. Map check. Listen up, motherfuckers. I can't teach you everything in one video. If you want more videos like this, let me know. I have a lot of knowledge. Not that I'm the end all be all. I'm just an infantryman that's done this for 12 years. Now I'm a platoon sergeant, right? Sergeant first class. Been doing this a lot, right? Expert infantryman. I live and breathe for this stuff. So if you want to see more content like this, I need, let's see, what's reasonable? I need 5 to 10 of y'all to go down below, become a member of the Patreon. It's only $5, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm going to enjoy this hike with my fiance. She's awesome. She's awesome. We're going to enjoy this hike together.
In the soaking rain.
in the rain. We're going to be miserable together because that's how you know it's legit, okay? Join the Patreon. I enjoy you.
Like, comment.
Yep, leave a comment, leave a like, share it with a buddy. This is probably going to be my favorite video. Based on we'll see how the audio quality comes out.
Rain,
But yeah, this will probably be my favorite video we've ever done, okay? So get out in the woods. You need 5 buddies. 5 buddies at least. Get out here, start patrolling. If you want more videos like this, join the Patreon. And until next time, it's going to be Trench Grenade.
And Nighthawk.
Your average patrolling, infantry patrolling technique enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home, signing out.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wolverines!